The following is a special Kamehameha Day presentation of TMDR, the Maui Daily Report, with your host, Chievo Ching Johnson.
King Kamehameha the Great was the chief who unified the Hawaiian kingdoms and founded the Kamehameha dynasty. Today, all of Hawaii honors his birthday, and in this TMDR special, we honor his birthday. Enjoy.
First, King Kamehameha's connection to the Iao Valley. One of the most sacred and spiritual spots in all of Hawaii. The Iao Valley, there's the needle, there's the river, and there are all these signs with mostly Hawaiian names signifying something having to do with sovereignty, I believe. No treaty of annexation that's still in dispute after all these years. This is a very Hawaiian place. Even though it's been designated as a National Historic Site, it feels Hawaiian. It doesn't feel American at all, because it really isn't. While America was still being born, this was the resting place of Ali'i and the most revered Hawaiian chiefs from all around the island chain. It's also the site of one of the bloodiest and fiercest battles ever fought in Hawaii. It was called the Battle of Kepaniwai, the damming of the rivers. When Kamehameha came to conquer, he forced thousands and thousands of Maui warriors into this valley, clogging the river with bodies and blood and forcing the current to flow the other way. These days, visitors and tourists have to pay to park, but residents are still allowed in free. If you go, don't forget to bring your respect, your reverence, and be in awe.
For thousands of years, the ancestors of Hawaiians traversed vast oceans. They made countless journeys and discovered many islands. They developed a sophisticated navigation system using the stars, currents, and winds. Their skills and persistence led them to discover one of the most remote locations on Earth, the islands of Hawaii. These volcanic islands were a sanctuary in the middle of the Pacific. Early voyagers found that Hawaii possessed ample water, fertile soil, and seas teeming with life. They built their communities and established intricate systems that sustained their people. They planted a sophisticated patchwork of varied agricultural crops, where those crops would thrive. Where streams were present, they were channeled into taro fields, collecting rich nutrients as they flowed towards the sea. These nutrient-rich waters nourished the fish in fish ponds built along the shore and fed the fish in the coastal areas. Early Hawaiians created magnificent works of art. They developed an extensive body of oral literature. They maintained an effective government that assured the abundance of the Aina, the land. They were experts in engineering and food production. Their adaptability and resourcefulness enabled the islands to sustain a large population of some 800,000 people. Early Hawaiian society provided structure and stability. Hawaiian tradition maintained a centralized and unified government while allowing decision-making at the local level. Each of Hawaii's main islands was divided into districts called Ahupua'a. These lands were cared for by the Makainana, or people, and managed by an ali'i, or chief. Each ahupua'a was part of a larger area, or moku, that was managed by regional ali'i. Several moku comprised an island, or mokupuni. Paramount ali'i nui, or sovereign chiefs, ruled over one or more mokupuni. Together, these ali'i formed the Council of Chiefs. The chiefs understood their role in governing the people and the lands. They understood the familial connections that cross multiple generations and land divisions. They knew the value of alliances and maintaining strong relations with each other. They were trained to know when to use diplomacy and when to engage in warfare. By the early 1800s, a supreme ali'i nui emerged. His name was Kamehameha. Hawaii's new king was a keen visionary and strategist. He united Hawaii under one kingdom to ensure the peace and prosperity of all Hawaiians. In the years under King Kamehameha's reign, Hawaii flourished. The island's abundance drew many foreigners to Hawaii's shores, and with them came change. Some changes were welcomed, like new food crops and metal tools. Other changes were devastating, like diseases that led to unprecedented suffering and death. Other problems involved the typical clash of rules and social norms when different cultures meet. Under the strong rule of King Kamehameha, order was maintained. Kamehameha knew that peace was fragile, and he came to know that powerful nations were taking over large regions of the world, often by force. Kamehameha understood that other nations would want to control Hawaii. To protect the Hawaiian kingdom, Kamehameha established friendly ties with Great Britain, the largest world power of the day. He did this through Captain George Vancouver. On one of Captain Vancouver's visits to the islands, he presented King Kamehameha with a British flag and set in motion plans to have Hawaii placed under British protection. Kamehameha accepted this offer and raised the flag over his own residence to confirm the intended relationship. With this act, the first international alliance was initiated.
The theme for today's occasion honoring Kamehameha is Aina Hoopulapula. Back in 1872, Kamehameha V, who is the grandchild of King Kamehameha, established a day to honor the memory of Kamehameha.
And this year marks the 100th year anniversary of Prince Kuhio. Prince Kuhio is known as a marked prince for our island, who actually introduced the Act of Hawaiian Homestead. And Aina Hoopulapula, we're going to honor Prince Kuhio this year, as well as honoring our great king. Prince Kuhio here on Molokai was not only the one to introduce the Homestead Act, but he was also the first to bring in the cattle and started off our ranchers here on the island. So he played a big role here in our community. And so we're just honored to have him and have this day in honor of him as well.
There's feelings of excitement in honoring the memory of Kamehameha, the unifier and ruler of Hawaii, feelings of gratitude in being of Hawaiian ancestry, the value of ohana like we've witnessed today with Molokai's Duvashau ohana, just the idea of perpetuating our culture through venues such as this day with a parade, with a procession of how the royal courts of old looked like historically. This day could not have happened without a collaborative vision and kokua.
It is an opportunity, and I'm very excited that we could put this together, being the fact of the pandemic this year, but we made it happen this year. And I want to put Molokai back on the map and say, hey, we're not gone. We're still here, perpetuating our culture. And, again, let's bring this all together as one big ohana. Families tied with each other and coming here to fellowship. No competitive, it's all about coming as a kuka lokahi. And it's so much more than that. But, we want to give thanks to Akua for opening this beautiful day and having everything fall into its right place. Molokai, I think we're complete. Anu ai ko alehele, and I thank all of you, and again to my co-host, Lavai, mahalo nui.
Aloha.
Aloha.
This weekend, Lahaina took part in celebrating 150 years of history, culture, and legacy of King Kamehameha. The parade included the Ahahui Kaahumanu and the Royal Guards of Hawaii. Elected officials were there, even Mrs. Victorino herself. Glenn Bursey and wife Linda Orodomo Bursey were the 2022 Pa'u Grand Marshal and Pa'u Queen. The Pa'u Queens this year were absolutely stunning. Other royalties in the parade, like Mr. Model of the Universe USA, Miss Maui Filipina, and Miss Barrio Fiesta. And we can't forget our friends of the Makawao Stampede Rodeo. What I really enjoyed were the many different decorated and decked out golf carts. Check out the tires on that one. Nice paint job. There were even a couple mini floats. Pretty cool. And as the parade came to a close, I caught up with Kai Kahele, who had this to say about the parade.
Happy Kamehameha Day. We're here in beautiful Lahaina. It's an honor to be here, and mahalo nui loa for having us. Happy Father's Day to all our dads this weekend. Mahalo.
Velina Maime Kia Aloha. My name is Heli Silva Dukaroy, and I'm the Island Commissioner for Kamehameha Celebration here on the island of Molokai. Today, because of the pandemic, we have a virtual that's happening here in the beautiful uplands of Kalai on Molokai. We hope you enjoy.
O haumea I kalai mai kahi kina mai hae hae mai kumukahi I lono nui a kea mai kalai la ka mai a ka noveo ula kala I ke alo o mauna loa hae no mauna kea no hualalai no ko halai ke ehu kakahi aka no lai E o kama ehu kupunaha kanaloa no loko lilo o ka moana lipo lipo o ipo kahahana o ke kukuna la I hale aka la kahi o ke kaula o kapu a ohina e o e makua hine hina o ka mako e o e kaula hea o lana I hale e o e moa ula nui lau moa ula iki Hea kuana laina kukulu ka hiki Hiki na ea kulai ka ihi kapu ai no ahunui alua Ku hano hano mai o mauna ka ala He a ala ka laua A ala ka mokihana A ala ka maile kaluhea o ka o ka mawai walani Nani lua ole ka hele nani kalalau Ai ala ka wai mapuna olo wai ale ale No na na luna ale kai hoi e hea nei e hoi ka waa Hoi aku I ka malu ihi o pani au He lau ele ka mana o upua e ke aloha
Kahali ali ai ka moena pawehe o ka ua e. No ka helelani e ia ka hulilani e o mai e kalani o ke aua malama lama e. O malama o pulama. O ahia kalama kukui he maama no ua ka mai. E ia ka mahalo ka haina no ialei. Ka puana o ke aloha e. He aloha la, he aloha e. Aloha e, aloha e, aloha e.
On Saturday, June 18th, people lined the streets to watch the annual Pa'u parade on Maui for King Kamehameha Day. King Kamehameha Day is celebrated June 11th for the unification of the Hawaiian Islands in 1810. It officially became a statewide holiday in 1959 following Hawaii's statehood, but has been celebrated since 1872. Historically, King Kamehameha Day celebrated with foot racing and horse racing fairs, carnivals, and now, although the celebrations have transitioned to more organized and elaborate festivities, the importance of the holiday has not changed. Local politicians, companies, flowers, government officials, and most importantly, princesses walked down the street. Each island had a princess accompanied by another rider with the banner of their island. Princesses from Ni'ihau, Kauai, Oahu, Molokai, Lanai, Hoolaulea, Maui, and Hawaii rode by and received thunderous applauses from the crowds. As an outsider from North Carolina, I was surprised by the diversity of the crowd and the support for each island. The rich history and tradition of each Hawaiian island was displayed by the color, flowers, and style of clothing. I enjoyed watching the other groups drive and walk through Front Street, showcasing their talents and beliefs. From feathers to ukuleles, the parade brought many aspects of Hawaiian culture in front of the people to commemorate a special day in history.
So speaking of all the preparation that went into creating this celebration, there's also celebrations statewide. So yesterday in Hilo, at the Hilo statue, there was a celebration at 5 p.m., a lei draping that was beautiful and just so wonderful to be there, very emotional and just beautiful. So Hilo statue has lots of tea leaf lei and also puakenikeni and gardenia and orchids, because those in fact are the things that are blooming right now in Hilo.
Yeah, Hilo looked great last night, and I think we were live on Olelo as well via Naleo. So mahalo to Naleo last night for helping broadcast that through Olelo. And so I think now we're live on Naleo on the island of Hawaii.
Oh, are we?
So good morning to the island of Hawaii.
Well, I can say hello to my family.
Say hi to the O'Connors in Pauka'a.
Aloha to my family in Pauka'a and aloha to all of the people of Moku o Keawe. So right now, although the Hilo statue was draped yesterday, late afternoon, today in Kohala, beginning this morning at 5 a.m. in North Kohala, they held their lei draping ceremony. And if you've never had the opportunity to go to lei draping in Hilo or Kohala, I encourage you to do so because it's just as beautiful and has a little different vibe.
Yeah, each statue I think has its own flavor from the neighborhood that embraces that statue. Just for everyone for the future, June 10th generally at 5 o'clock every year is the Hilo lei draping. Kohala is generally and always on the 11th. No matter what day of the week, it's always on the 11th. And Honolulu is generally the Friday closest to the holiday.
Yeah.
So it kind of mixes it up.
Yeah.
So
some of the other activities that happen annually are, so in Hilo we have the lei draping, usually the day before in the afternoon, and then on the day of there's the Hoolaulea at Moku'ola.
Yeah, put on by the Royal Order of Kamehameha. It's a beautiful festival of music, hula, crafting, and that's what happens throughout the state. You know, in Kona there's a parade. Often
Kona
the same
has a
weekend as
parade,
Honolulu, followed by Ho'olaulea.
Ho'olaulea.
Maui has a parade. Yeah, Hula Palace, they open it up. Maui has a parade, usually the week after. And they have a Ho'olaulea under the banyan tree. I mean, so we have a lot to look forward to next year. Molokai has a rodeo now this year, too.
Yeah, they have a rodeo
this year. I'm so excited. 2-day rodeo, yesterday and today. And so they're looking at making that an annual event. So we'll see about next year. But I'm excited that Molokai is joining us in celebrating as well.
Kauai as well.
Kauai has a parade also. Mahalo for that. They have a parade. Kauai Museum gets very involved. The Royal Order of Kamehameha Kaumoali'i chapter.
Beautiful
very involved.
lay presentation at the Kauai Museum.
Yep. So we have celebrations throughout the Aina. In fact, this morning, Desiree and I were on a flight with Congressman Kahele. In Washington,
good-looking
from
Hawaiian.
Washington D.C. He's also a pilot for Hawaiian Airlines. So he was headed to work, but
and a congressman.
We were talking story about doing some things in Washington D.C. as they do have their own lei draping there in D.C. And just as a side note, so the statue in Kohala is the original statue.
Yes.
The statue here in Honolulu is a replica mold from the same mold of Kohala.
Yes.
And the statue in Washington D.C. is a mold of this one here in Honolulu. They put like a casing around it, if you will.
Hot wax.
Sure, hot glue. And so that was the creation of the Washington, D.C. statue. The statue in Hilo
is a little taller.
A little taller, a little broader perhaps, and was meant for the island of Kauai. The Princeville Corporation made that.
Yes.
Did you know?
I did know that.
So it was originally meant for Princeville, and the people of Kauai thought, no, we're good.
They felt that the statue of Kamehameha would be more appropriate in Hilo as and on Hawaii Island as King Kamehameha was born in Kohala and raised in Kohala, and then when he united the islands, his kingdom, his capital rather, was in Hilo, and then he chose to spend his final days in Kona. So the people of Kauai, I believe they gifted the statue
to the Kamehameha Schools Alumni Association Mamalahoa or Hilo chapter a few years back, and they fundraised.
They did incredible amount of work
to bring that statue from one end of the island chain to the other.
And it sits in the Wailoa Park, and it looks right across to Hilo Bay. And it's a wonderful, wonderful addition to Hilo. And people go by not only on Kamehameha Day, but year round. People will come and bring lei, they'll bring other ho'okupu, they'll bring floral displays. Sometimes you'll see a pumpkin or a zucchini. Kind of.
I've seen a jack-o'-lantern or two.
Bananas,
people they give it their hearts. We appreciate that.
We do appreciate
burning candles, all kinds of stuff.
Offering.
So that happens throughout the year, and but this time of the year, this is the king that unified the islands from about the late 1780s, completing the task in 1810. And we're proud to serve on this commission that was founded by the territory of Hawaii in 1939. So we haven't been on the commission quite that long.
But my grandmother was already born.
My great-grandfather was in the commission.
Most of her children were already born.
There you go. So my great-grandfather was a Royal Order Commissioner on Maui back in the 50s and 60s. So he also put on the Kahului Parade back in the day.
Kamehameha I united the Hawaiian kingdom with the help of Kaahumanu and her father, High Chief Keaumoku, senior counselor to Kamehameha at that time. And thus, Kaahumanu became one of Hawaii's most powerful figures. We, the members of Ahahui Kaahumanu, honor him today on his special holiday with our lei draping, and now we express our love for him through our hula, Kaahumanu Ali'i.
Keiki. Let's tune in now to Ahahui.
Mahalo for watching this special presentation of King Kamehameha Day. Be sure to tune in to TMDR tomorrow. This is how we stay connected. I'm Chievo Ching Johnson. Be well and keep smiling. Aloha.